I'm on fire. No, I'm just singing.
Yeah.
It says I'm going. This is
Yep,
gonna
we're
be a
good.
thing. This is
We're
gonna be a
live.
thing every week where I'm like, I think I'm going. Copperhead, Copperhead at
Yeah,
Innisbrook.
let's
I
do
brought
it.
in producer extraordinaire Dan's gonna help me play golf today. We did some research on this course. Gonna play it. The biggest
Yeah.
mistake I did make was, and I'm not gonna go back and fix this now, was when I played the TPC Sawgrass, I jacked the wind up and I forgot to lower those settings. So I'm playing into a stiff cross breeze here again, which, whatever, just the course record is safe, apparently.
Yeah.
So whatever, we'll live with that. If you have any questions, obviously get them in the chat. Easier to do on YouTube because you literally cannot if you're watching this on Twitter. But yeah, Dan, let me know what I'm dealing with here. I think this is a dog leg right off the bat.
It's a double. It's a double dog leg. Larry Packard designed this course. It opened in 1974, and the double dog leg is a very, very Larry Packard feature on the golf courses. It's a par five.
Oh, ended right in the rough.
Although it is one of the easier scoring holes on the course, so that's kind of a feature here at this golf course that you're going to see. Guys have to be able to score on the par fives if they're going to want to contend this week, because this is a really, really tricky golf course.
And Ron talked about this a bunch already. Like fairway finders. I bet he said fairway finders 900 times this week already. And he's not wrong. Like, look what happened here. I should have been on the screen in two, but I ended up in the deep rough. And that was a skinny little landing area on one. That's a bit of an issue. I'm going to hit a pitching wedge. I'm only like 60 out here. I actually under hit this a little, which maybe is fine because it's going to roll. A little too much spin on that. Still a birdie putt. I hit the green in regulation. Um, that's one of the price picks things this week is greens in regulation. I dug into everybody's GIR numbers this week to kind of see where everyone's at, and it stinks. They went with a lot of guys who are very good at hitting the greens, and they set it at 11 and a half, which is kind of where everyone ends up. I'll take a par. I guess I'm not winning the tournament if I can't score on this par five.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to hear a lot of cliches about this golf course this week. The most famous is the Snake Pit, which is the final three holes, which we'll obviously get to later. Fairway Finders is one. This course is very hilly, very narrow, very tree lined. A lot of
Oh
water, as you can
yes.
see there on the second hole. The second hole,
Well,
at
if
least
you
according
want
to
to
the
lay
course guide.
up, the water's in like people can lay up with a three here, take the water out of the equation, or you can be Andy,
Yeah,
take out the driver.
but even as you see there in the video game,
Mm.
it's a tricky hole because you want to be on the right side there, because if you hit it too far left, you're going to have an obstructed view to the green. So you want to try to aim for the right side of the fairway, but obviously the water is in play there. Another thing is that you're going to hear a lot this week, aside from the Snake Pit, is this is a course that's going to remind people more of Carolina golf than Florida. I'm just telling you now, you're going to hear that on the broadcast a lot. And it's due to the terrain. It's a lot hillier, like I said, than a lot of the other Florida courses, and the trees are insane. So it's a very much a good ball strikers paradise this week, and it's one of the
I
more
wish I were a
popular
good ball
stops for
striker.
guys.
Jesus.
It's one of the more popular tracks on tour for guys. It usually, because of its placement, doesn't get a super strong field, but there's some pretty good golfers in the event this week. Justin Thomas, Morikawa, Victor Hovland are probably the notable guys. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough but fair course, as a lot of people would say, and
I'm looking at a
finding the
map.
fairway is optimal.
I always forget about the B button. The B button pulls up a map. These are kind of nice to look
Oh,
at. It stinks we're right
yeah,
above it. I forgot. I might have to move us at one of these to put us in a different spot. But you
yeah.
can't see the map because I'm behind it. But this is a strong dog leg right. Because I was wondering why it has my 3 wood out again. I wish there was a setting in the game where I could just tell him I'm never gonna hit the 3 wood. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna hit the three
This
wood
one,
here.
yeah. So I was playing through this course a lot over the last couple of days just to kind of have some fun. I'm very much like you. I'm always going to pull driver, but yeah, this is one where you really can't. And that's another feature of this golf course. It is the averages the third shortest distance off the tee of the regular stops on tour, because there's just very few drivable holes. Almost every tee shot is not driver. So even so, it's a really difficult golf course, even with long irons
Oh man.
and woods to hit the fairway here. So yeah, it's at least for people who aren't playing a video game, it's a tough course to hit driver on, and that's going to be a feature you'll see this week.
Oh, that was actually pretty nice. You know, it's just like real tour. The sand isn't the sand isn't like a problem anymore. Like guys just
Mm-mm.
hit right. They put wherever they want out of the sand. They need to throw a bunch of rocks in there or something. Like, oh look, there's a
Yeah, that's
snake
another.
pit statue.
There it is. There's an awesome T-shirt on Fanatics. Andy and I were kind of going back and forth in our work Slack the other day about. It looks like something you would get at Panama City Beach with the snake pit on it. It's a pretty great shirt, so you can find it somewhere. The first par three.
Yeah, there's 5 of these.
Yeah, 5 of them. They're all long. 195 is the shortest. And as you see Andy's shot
Oh my
here,
god, I can't hit a fairway, can't hit a green. The wind is killing me down here in Carolina. I'm gonna just joke that it's in Carolina now because I.
there you go. Yeah, you should have.
Well, I'm just gonna jar this.
Just exit out and start over. And I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'm playing even par here in tough conditions. Ooh, toilet bowled that one down. Me and the rope hat.
A little around the world and
This
in.
is my favorite part of the thing is these Pantone like things. I'm gonna have to look for
The
that on
color
the.
cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for that if that actually exists. Oh, I got a challenge here. Score
The
par
the
better.
Valspar paint can T markers, pretty great too.
Yeah, this was. I should have xed out and changed the wind. Look at
Yeah, the
these
wind is
trees. Look at
killing you
these
right now.
trees. Oh, I almost.
Yeah,
Who was it? Keegan. Who was it that accidentally hit their ball off the tee that
ball
keeps
mark.
doing?
The T marker is Zach Johnson. Zach Johnson does it
Zach
every other
Johnson.
week.
There we go. I don't know why I associate him
He's
with
done it
Keegan.
3 times in the last 3 years,
I am 0
and it's weird. And
for. Oh my god, I'm 0 for fairways here. I think I'm hitting driver off the
so
deck.
I love it. Yeah, the 5th hole here, uphill par 5, as you can see, there's a lot of blind approach shots on this course. And that makes it fun just because you're never really sure what you're aiming for. You kind of have a good idea, but you can't really visualize a lot of your shots here because of how hilly this course is.
I like to visualize my shots in my head.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if you can't score on these 5s, you might be out of luck. And this one was tough. I mean, the other one I put it in the rough, and that's that. But oh man, my challenge here was to do this in 1 putt or less. And I promised myself I wouldn't use the cheat thing.
Oh,
Oh, this is
use
not.
the
This is
cheat thing.
flat surface. What do you mean? What's the cheat thing?
I said use the cheat thing.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll just. If this putt were to get hit like this, where would it go? Oh Christ! I should just hit it. Just hit it, Molitor. Look at that. I'll use it. I get to use it once. You know, you can change
There
the
you go.
settings where it only lets you use it like so many times per round. I let my kids use it every hole, but I also let them hit from the reds, so that's not fair. Yeah, this and Wells Fargo are the best tee markers. They have the little
Oh
wagons.
yeah, the Wells Fargo wagon is pretty great.
So what are we looking at here? This is oh
Dog leg right, 465.
yeah 460 again. A lot of dog legs. Again with the 3-wood, but if I go driver and I have the wind coming out of that way, I kind of have to aim for the trees. We're just gonna see what happens here. I'm a risky player. I'm just pretending it's the final round. I'm down a few shots. I got to go for things. And this fairway is firm today. I don't know if
Yeah,
maybe that's the one thing that I actually should have changed. I'm fine leaving this wind up. It's going to be windy as shit here on Friday afternoon. So maybe that's accurate, but it's rained for 2 days in a row. Like this course is sopping wet right now. Like I should have made it a little more receptive for some realism, but we're gonna aim over here because I got an 8-mile-an-hour crosswind, hitting about a 9-iron.
this by the way is the second hardest. This is the second hardest hole on the course. Average score 4.19.
Did you see the average
24.2.
score on 16?
Yeah, it's pretty outrageous. 16 is probably the most famous of the treacherous holes on this course. Oh, he jars it.
Yes. Didn't even cheat that time.
There you go. Back-to-back
Back
birdies.
to
Let's
back.
roll.
All right, we're putting it together here. I'm getting used to the wind. You know, it's funny in the graphics that your bucket hat should be flapping all over the place, and it's not. Not much. Little slight dog leg left, par four here, I guess. Um, and I did mention,
Yeah,
yeah,
this one's a
we'll
fairly
talk. We'll talk
straight.
snake pit when we get to snake pit, I guess.
Yeah, this one's fairly straight. A couple of bunkers the closer you get to the green, but off the tee again, just you
Pretty
see it.
trees.
It's a course where there's just so many trees. So guys who it's hard to gain strokes off the tee here, but you also have to be accurate. Like strokes gained on approach is more valuable than off the tee. But man, if you're not accurate here, you're gonna have a bad time.
See, a big thing of what I do when I don't want to call it cheating, but when I'm playing on easy settings, I set my arc. Like I set the high point. I'm really trying to get under it as much as possible so I can just put the ball exactly where I want it because I'm playing with no wind. So I just automatically jump to the settings and start doing that. I put backspin on it to stop it. I give it the most arc. The most arc possible probably isn't the best option here when it's windier than the Dickens. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take some arc off this one and try to put it like right over here and see where this lands. Again, this is buck 20 out. We're using another 9-iron. If it were me in real life, that would be a 7. And I can live with that. I can live with that,
Yeah.
that landing there. This course is tough. I'm
Yeah.
almost glad that we're gonna see some some of the soft conditions the first 2 days. Although if it doesn't rain anymore and you do see these 20-mile-an-hour winds all day Friday, that'll be the fun part. Is if you end up with a tough weekend course, you'll never make a putt you leave short. That's what my grandma always used to say. And she didn't need golf.
Oh,
I'm happy with
just
the 4 there.
there you go. Yeah, I mean,
Does that say
par
salamander?
par is a good score on this course. Like regardless of like Sam Burns, what was he like 17 under last year? It's a course that's usually in the low. It's usually the winning scores double digits, but not like it was last year. I
Yeah.
find it interesting because it's a really difficult course tee to green. I love it. It's just
I'm moving us so you can see the
moving
map.
as we go.
I like the
Yeah,
map. You get the map. You get to see
yeah.
the
The map
map.
is pretty cool.
Very straight, easy. Not an. I wouldn't say an easy par 3. I'm hitting a 3-wood into a par 3, but
Yeah, it's long.
it
It's
is
the
a
longest one.
long, skinny, deep green like this. Which, if you can
Yeah.
take the wind out and just land it somewhere in the front, although you will see here, there is this. It's not like a false front, but there's a spot here where it will dribble down. So maybe a little bit of multi-tiering going on there. But I am gonna try to piss rope this with my 3 and get this on the green. And we are
Yeah, it
going
does
to
a little
fail.
slope action on each side. When I was playing the course yesterday with no wind, I came to within like a foot of acing this hole.
Huh, I'm somehow aimed into this TV tower. It's not where I want to be at all.
It happens.
I switch clubs and sometimes it just really throws off how far you're gonna hit the ball. I wanted to oh man, that is not a good par leave. Oh, we got about 22 for par here. Oh look at that, I called it right on the nuts.
Oh, love it.
God,
I
I'm leaving the pin in for this, honestly. I told my
I'm
caddy.
not sure if we mentioned specifically Padraig Harrington 61, the course record. Get in,
Ooh, finger guns.
bang!
They
That's
just
a
keep
huge
showing
save.
they have like 3 pictures on the game. They'll just show the snake pit every third
Yes.
time, even though we're
Yep.
nowhere near that hole.
Not quite. Patty Harrington a 61 in the first round in 2012, the course record. Vijay Singh, the 72 hole record, a 266 in 2004. So that you can probably throw out. They redesigned the course in 2015 to kind of restore it to kind of how Larry Packard envisioned it from the beginning. So I don't know how much value historical course data before 2015 would have as we come to a 430-yard par 4 ninth hole.
But tailwind, that thing hit the ground at 320.
Yeah.
342. Just I bitch about the wind the whole time. Finally, I get the wind at my back. I can live with that. Honestly, I might adopt a puppy today. My wife legitimately texted me a dog, and I was too busy to argue with her, so I just said sure. That's not bad. I already have a couple dogs. Um, all right, we're drawing this back
Why
now.
not?
What is
What
going
kind of
on?
dog?
I don't know. Like a yellow one.
Yeah. You should come
Retriever?
home.
All right, we're gonna
Love
take
it.
something off the apex here again because I do have a tailwind. It's gonna get pushed into the green. Maybe not so much backspin. What am I out here? About 80 yards. So this is gonna be my lob wedge. One of the best clubs in my bag. Of all my wrenches, this is the one that's gonna get me nice and close. Easy birdie putt. We're gonna go in. I shouldn't jinx it here, but I am 2 under already. So going in with the, is this 36-35 or is this 35-36? Not
Uh,
talking measurements.
uh,
We're gonna find
13,
out. I'll look at
21,
the scorecard here. It'll pop up right
25,
now. So it was a
29.
36 front.
Yeah,
So I am
36.
in with the 33 at the turn. Gonna have a vodka lemonade. That is one of my.
Love it.
I don't drink mixed drinks all that
Love a good
often. Usually
vodka.
just whiskey or beer. But on a golf course, I do like the styrofoam cup vodka lemonade. Look at the map here. Really straight par four. Taking out all the dog leg shit and just dealing with a. Is this? Oh, it's not that short. Never mind. This is fairly long. So we're talking
No, it's a
450.
445. Yeah, I mean there are some straight holes on this course, but you see it like the fairways and are so narrow and there's trees everywhere. So even if it's a straight shot, you still have to hit it accurately, and there are bunkers that line some of the fairways too. So that adds to the difficulty factor.
I wonder if can I move around this map? Oh, look at that. I can look
I
at
don't
just the green. That's dumb.
know.
It doesn't tell me that much. 176 out. Well, I already knew that. And again, the last hole was going the other direction, so now I'm into the wind. So I'm going to pull
Yeah,
out a 5 wood here and just try to get this anywhere near. And we're going to,
into an elevated green on top of everything else.
yeah, so I'm going uphill here. This is straight into the wind with a wood off the fairway. If I can get on the green, I'm actually very happy. So give me a
Yeah.
30-foot birdie putt, and I'll take it here at the 10th. See, I'm coming back and playing this later tonight. Maybe I'll let the kids play too. I don't let them play the
There you go.
Nintendo that much. It's for me. But I'm gonna play this later on the easy mode and see what I can actually score because I think some of these holes are super. Damn it! Almost had my
Oh,
judge.
right.
33 footer would have been nice, but a nice easy little tap in. Starting the back nine. I had a bogey last week, Dan. I wasn't happy about that.
Yeah, that's never fun.
I
This coming up is my favorite hole. I love 11.
Well, I have a challenge here too. I can get 10 XPs for hitting the fairway. I'm guessing I'll have a
Well,
strong crosswind. Good, 14 miles an hour across my face
yeah,
with a narrow
this is
landing
another
area.
another double dog leg, long par five, but the second easiest hole on the course.
Let's look at the map.
So
So you can see to my left, the behind my player is a residential neighborhood, which you will not want to hit into. But if you wanted to, you can. This guy doesn't even have a patio door. Like these aren't that nice houses. Honestly, they could have done. Oh, there's
I'm guessing.
a little rambler there. Maybe they just didn't put that much effort into that part. So we're gonna aim over here because of the strong winds, and I'm gonna temper the flight down a little. See if we can keep this anywhere near the fairway. Because I want to get my 10 XP points. You get enough points. That's how I buy hats and stuff. You get the points. You get the coins. Oh, just stay in the fairway. That is a fairway in
There it is.
regulation. That makes like
Love
6 total for the whole damn day.
It had been so long since I had played the game that my avatar had an Atlanta Hawks hat on from I guess the NBA playoffs last year when you could buy NBA
Oh,
team hats.
yeah. I remember I had my Sixers. I had a Sixers ball cap. Again into the wind. This is a 3-shot hole. Like, I don't. I guess maybe if there weren't the wind or you had some wind to your back, and you could really get off the tee here. I don't know if there's people that are driving this green into.
There aren't a
I'm gonna
lot
watch
of.
this
It's
one.
not really.
Oh, I hit the path. That's a nice bounce.
Oh, you gotta love that. Yeah, there's not a lot of eagle opportunities. There'll be birdie opportunities on the par fives, but they're not really eagle-able holes. The first hole, which is the easiest hole on the course, 1.3% are eagles. This hole, just a 0.8, and then 14, which is the last par five, is a 1%.
Yeah, that was
So
for eagle, so that didn't go in. You know, we're gonna chip here. We're gonna use the 8-iron, not too far out. I'm gonna actually kind of get down and look at it from the ground. It's where I'm gonna land. I'm gonna. It's not a true bump and run, but this is gonna run a bit. Oh God, just get in the hole one of these times.
oof.
That's nice when it hits the lip and leaves you at 15-footer. God, I'm
I'm a
really
big
calling these
flop
things.
shot guy. Look at that tree in the background, how windy it is.
I know, and my hat's still not moving.
That thing is starched.
I was gonna say I must have sent it to the launders and they put too much starch in this thing. Oh, this is
You
gonna
said
be
heavy
bogey. Oh my God, am I gonna shoot a 6 here?
Oh no.
If I put that in, geez, falling apart on the back nine. This wind is getting the best of me. At least there's no hard holes left, so we'll be fine. There's
I think this is
no
a
impending
bridge hole,
doom.
right?
All right, the 12th par 4 looks like about.
Yeah,
What are we looking at? Why can't I go to the right? 368, maybe a little longer. 378.
yeah. You want to do the wide zoom here because you'll see there's the bridge.
Oh,
Well, you have a tailwind here, so
yeah,
you
we're
can
driving this.
you can
So
bomb this.
you can lay up. Let's look at this hole. So there might be, depending on the wind, the player, and whatnot, there's a layup area around 220, 230. But for the men, for the Andes, for the Shane Lowrys of the world, we're going to really try to hit out of our shoes and get over this water, get myself set up for a birdie opportunity here. And that is going to be right dead center in the fairway. Christ, that might hit the green. Oh, come on. It's going to go in the bunker. I hit it too hard. 354, a bit much. Andy, geez. Nice. Oh, we're starting to get towards some of the grandstand holes, too. This is the nice part about it not being last year anymore, is that we have fans in the stands. Although I guess I went to a golf course last year, so.
I was gonna say you checked out 3M. I'll be at the Travelers this year, barring some unforeseen circumstance.
I have not bought tickets yet, but I will be at the AT&T Pro-Am next January. Boots on the ground.
Oh, nice.
So anyone in the Caramel by the Sea area, feel free to swing by the golf course. I won't tell you which of the 3 I'm at because I'm not going Sunday. It just won't work with the trip. I have no idea how tickets work for that. I'm going to talk it through it while I'm playing. So this is another par 3, but it's a long one too. Over water.
Yeah.
A miss hit here could be disaster. I hadn't thought about that. I don't understand how that works with tickets. Like, do you buy tickets to a certain course?
I don't know. I don't know.
There's 3 courses in play. They're all really close to
Right.
each other, but like, do I buy Spyglass tickets for the day, or do I get a pass that does all 3? I need answers. I'm gonna have to talk to J Maz. I think he's been. So there's a definite. You can see here, this green flows this way towards the bunker, towards the water, and it's not like you can get past that. The whole thing does. So I'm gonna try to land it up here and into a headwind. Let that kind of take me over to the hole. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. This might not go good. I'm not a good golfer.
Yeah, this is the hard hole in the middle of one of the easier stretches on the course. So 11 is the second easiest, 14 is the third easiest, and 12 is the 5th easiest. And then this one's the 5th hardest. So you're just going to see guys just let's just get it on the green, 2-putt, take our par, and go home.
Yeah, I didn't even. I forgot how hard that headwind is. Didn't even let me get onto the green. So not an easy 6-footer here. This is, again, I'm putting against the slope, and I did not give it enough. We're just going to give everything back here. You know what the problem is?
So because I'm a man,
I took the whole swing season off. I literally, the first round I've played in a while was Players the other day. It's been a long time since I picked up the old controller.
you got to get in shape. To answer your question, because I am a guy who tries to provide answers for you, it is one ticket to get you onto all 3 grounds at Pebble Beach.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's what I want
Yeah,
to
it
do.
was $70 to $80 plus I'm sure whatever exorbitant fees they tack on for you there. But
Well, Lord knows if they have the tickets where you get a free Yeti, I'll just pay extra for that. They didn't have to twist my arm in Minneapolis. Although if I go this year, I suppose I don't need it. I already have the Yeti. That was a really nice drive. We ended up a 3.25, I think, off the tee there, which only leaves me 220 into this green on a par five. Is this the easiest par five out of the three, Dan? As far as
this
scoring,
is actually the third easiest of the par fives. So
third
it's the
easy.
second
So
hardest of the
isn't there only three par
yeah,
fives?
there's 4.
Oh, there are
So
four.
the
It's a
first
71.
hole,
71. Yep.
yeah, the first hole is the easiest hole on the course. So the first hole, the 11th hole, and the 14th hole are the 3 easiest holes on the course. Um,
Oh, look at this drive though.
so
Oh, that's in the hole. Oh, I almost jarred that. This is an eagle putt. I mean, it's not a short eagle putt, but I'm pretty happy with that. And I also dressed for the rain again. I forgot to change clothes after the players. Who was it? Adam Scott, or who was the guy that wore the same sweater for like 3 weeks in a row? I'm like
Adam
that.
Scott in his tan Adam Scott in his tan sweater, just
Yeah,
4 days in a row. Actually, 5.
5. I'm like that guy.
Yeah.
I'm wearing this. I'm wearing. I put this rain slicker on my avatar because it was raining at the players, and that's what the bucket hat was for too. This is a heavy sloped green. Again, maybe if I had tried to, it is an eagle putt, but there's probably better places to land if you look at this green. Like if you can land, it depends on the pin position, but somewhere over there where I could have a nice uphill putt, I wouldn't mind
Mhm.
that. But I mean, we're gonna, God willing, and the creek don't rise. I just want to be able to leave myself a nice birdie here.
Yeah, you just got to lag putt it there for.
Yeah, I could live with that.
There you go. Easy little tap in birdie. Yeah, so I was mistaken. This is my favorite hole. I love Fort. I love this one because the double dog leg. It's fairly easy. But yeah, the 4 par fives are the 4 easiest holes on the course. But that one's actually the third easiest or second hardest of the par fives.
I suppose that's pretty common. Just I'm checking. Champions League hasn't started yet. Premier League
Yeah,
already.
it the Champions League. We've entered that time of the year when the clocks move forward, where the Champions League games start at 4 o'clock my time, which
Yeah,
is
it's
super weird.
annoying. All right, quick map. Another par three. Every other hole here is freaking par three. Kind of over
Yeah.
the water, but if that water comes into play for you, you've done something horribly wrong. Like you
Yeah.
shouldn't. That means you hit it like you hit a 200-yard shot, 121 yards, and you've screwed up royally. So this is a tough pin position where they put this today. This front pin placement's going to be annoying.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be able to, find their way into the short stuff there. Or I suppose if and again I have wind. I'm fighting wind. I'm just going to try to hit it in this bunker. That's where I want to be. Got my wish. That's not the right slope of the bunker though. Oof.
That's another thing about the physics of this game that they didn't get right, which is actually good as someone who just likes to try to burn these courses down.
Yeah.
Bunker shots are all easy. Like the lie is the same no matter what in the game. It'd be fun if like, oops, your ball is plugged and now you can just barely get it out.
Yeah, you should have to deal with the Patrick Cantlay shit. Did you see that tweet I found for the newsletter? Where that one guy he hit his ball into like half of a broken champagne bottle in the rough somewhere, and they said, well, you can't move it. It was like in the 40s, so he had to take a drop out of a broken bottle somewhere, and ended up losing that tournament in a playoff. So
Oh,
that's a super annoying way. That golf rules stupid. I'm gonna put that out there.
Paul Casey's got nothing on that guy.
All right,
All right, here we are.
Here we
We've
are.
made it.
Oh my God.
You ready?
My
All right.
God, how much over under on times, and we'll never be able to track this, but over unders on times they say the word snake pit on the thing. Yeah, this is the hardest hole.
Well, yeah, this is Moccasin, uh, par 4, steep right turn, and then water to the right. Narrow fairway.
Very narrow.
Like this is very hard hole on the course. The average score on this hole was 4.29 strokes.
And that's where I in my prize picks, which I have it in the newsletter, but I'll put it on Twitter here too. Like I think I took Fleetwood. You can do over unders on amount of strokes it takes them to play this 3-hole stretch, the Snake Pit, for a few of the players, and I just went over on Fleetwood because I have him rated so low right now, and he's never played here, even though he has probably a decent. I think his tee time was rough too. It was going to be like he won't play it till the afternoon. He's an afternoon tee time, and he starts on the first hole, so he wouldn't get to this until late in the day when it's had a chance to dry out by then. So I think it might be playing pretty tough by the time Tommy gets here. So hopefully he's playing well and then just runs into it. I just need him to shoot one over through 3 holes.
Tom Fleetwood tees off on 1 at 1:47 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. With Russell Knox and Harold Varner III. Russell Knox is a guy who I'm intrigued by this week.
I'm fine playing him every week. He's definitely in my DFS pool.
Because this is a course. This is such a weird course because it's so difficult off the tee and on approach, but the greens aren't aren't super difficult. They're very slopey.
I'm not worried about this putt at all, Dan. Honestly, this is just going in the bottom of the hole.
There you go. Love it. Love that attitude.
I'm starting to get a read for this stimp, and I got my Gatorade here even. It's not Gatorade, it's just water. Oh, does it? Yeah. And you know what? I hate that I forgot this too. And I feel like this is so hard to find in general outside of, say, Augusta. But I did find a website, like I think it might just be the official Innisbrook or whatever website. Every one of these holes has a name. I love that they name holes. Like, and some of them are so dumb. But there's one. It might not be a regular rotation once, but the Texas Rangers have some sort of affiliation with it. So all the holes are like double play and, like bunt single and stupid shit. Like they're all baseball names. And I know that this one, they all have snake names, the last 3, but the first 15 holes do have names. I'm going to try to find that next. Well, match play might not. We'll see about the Austin Country Club. But another long par 3 with a very deep green. And I'm playing into a crosswind again. So we'll see how this 3-wood strokes.
And there's no short grass around, I think, all but one of the par 3s here. It's just thick, rough, and bunkers everywhere. Long par 3s. This is Rattler. The 3 snake pit holes are Moccasin, Rattler, and Copperhead, which makes sense. So I think if you're I'm
playing even. I parred so far even through the pit. Mm-hmm. And I doubt I'm making a 38-footer with a little bit of left to right or right to left break, but we are going to try to get this one close. I have my mallet putter now. Honestly, that's better than I can hope for. These greens seem fast. I'm going to have to go back and check the settings. I don't think I sped them up for players. Maybe this is just the default. Oh, what the... You get to talking, Andy. Bad things happen to you. Man, I'm gonna shoot like even par here. I'm still 2 under. All right, we just can't have disaster. And I wanted to play the snake pit even par better, so I'm gonna need something big here. So I'm gonna go for it. Drive the ball 289. Oh, my challenge is to drive the ball a certain distance, and I have a tailwind, so consider those just 20 XP points. It. Yeah, put those in the bank right now. This is gonna go 341. I'm saying. I hit that with 101% power, which is not physically possible.
To follow up on what you said earlier, it is a Corn
Oh,
Ferry Tour. Stay in the fairway.
347.
I love it. There you go. It's a Corn Ferry Tour event, the Veritex Bank Championship, which takes place at the Texas Rangers Golf Club.
Yeah, that was the one. I'm not sure why I was
Yeah.
betting a Corn Ferry Tour event. Was it? Did it get used on the tour like last year or something? I almost feel
I
like
don't know. I just Googled to try to
what
find
city
it.
is it in? Is it? I mean, it's
In
just
Arlington.
Arlington.
Yeah.
I feel
You were
like
probably betting Corn Ferry Tour.
yeah, I feel like match play wasn't ever moved from Austin. So this I got a tailwind here, so I'm gonna flight this down a little. I'm gonna put a nice little backspin on it. Try to land it like right here, and just God willing, and the creek don't rise, I get a birdie putt out of this.
I love it. And as you said, yeah, at this course in Texas, all baseball themed names. So the first hole is lead off, and it
Lead
just
off,
gets
yeah,
worse from there.
it's so cheesy.
It only gets worse. But that's in a month, so maybe we'll have to circle back and find some plays for it.
This would be for an 11 on the snake pit, and I just did not give that enough room to breathe. I'm not going to hurry up and screw this one up. There we go.
Nope.
There it is. I'm just going to accidentally shoot a 69 every week, and that'll be the joke. That was my score last week. Like, if I was trying to do that, that was the long con for sure. Because, and is there some sort of, you see that the bushes where it says Copperhead? Normally it says salamander here. Like there can't be some sort of copyright. I mean, they're using Valspar and all that. They call it Copperhead.
Yeah, I wonder. What is this? I already forgot.
You can see the picture right underneath me here. It says Copperhead.
Yeah.
Maybe salamander is one of the holes. That would be a terrible name for a hole. All right, round stats. This is what I'm scared. Longest drive 349. Big hitter the llama. Longest putt 22. I remember that one. This is rough. This is not going to win you the tournament this weekend. Fairway finders, guys. 61.5% fairways in regulation. 61.1 greens in regulation. That's horrid. Tour average is almost 70, I believe. So I'm a below average player today, but it was windy. And this is actually a very tough course for greens and regulations. Averaging 313. We're talking Rory numbers there. I like that. Proximity was not good. One putt. 3-putt avoidance. I did have 1 3-putt. Yeah, I had one. Hitting all my short putts. 60% of the middle. Nothing hardly long. Scrambling. I missed 7 greens, so I scrambled a lot. That's rough. I still don't know what par breakers are. I got to get my birdies or better conversion up. That's looking pretty rough right now. We'll get there. All right.
Innisbrook is a salamander resort, and I think someone in the design group just got confused. Put the wrong thing on in the
maybe
actual game. I don't know.
This is my handicap is a plus 20.7. Is that good or bad?
You want it to be lower, right?
I know, but it's a plus number. Like
right.
Plus. Oh no, so that's like, so that is bad because I just play on the easy. I play too much on the easy. I gotta like play more because I crank the settings up a little for when I play career mode. I gotta get back to career mode. Honestly, I just need more time. So, all right.
Yeah, you're out of practice.
Hit me up on the Twitter machine if you have any questions. Or Dan, he did a bunch of research on this course this week. Another week, another 69 for me. Copperhead, Innisbrook, presented by BetSperts. I should get a FanDuel logo on here too. That'd make them happy. Gotta support the brand here, but otherwise, I'm waiting for you to do something. I forgot I'm producing this.
You've got the controls.
Shoes on the other foot. So if you did watch this on YouTube and you made it this far, which is amazing, honest to God, sitting through us babbling at the end, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't already, check out BetSpertsGolf.com for a bunch of articles that we've already got posted. Tools are right around the corner. Had some good meetings with the development team this morning over some of the tools, which are going to be live soon, including a DFS optimizer, a matchup simulator. You can simulate two guys in a matchup based on our projections. For now, we're going to change that so you can use your projections or whatever else you want. You can actually simulate up to 6 players in a group if you're playing groups or 3-ball or top Irishman or something like that. So that's going to be fun. And then the other one would be our tournament simulations that you've seen Sam Hoppen putting out parts of. We're going to have that from win all the way to 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 miscut. All those projections up on the site every week. That'll be exciting. And then obviously the Discord's still free. I would love to quote the Discord link. I'll just put it in the description of this video because it's like gg.discord.gibberish, whatever. Check the show notes if you really want that, because and you do really want that because it's free. And Ron and Noonan and myself, any plays we're going to play on this all weekend will be in that Discord. So you can get yourself some free advice. You can ask some questions, interact with some other people that like golf. And with that, Dan, I'm going to hit the stop. I'll talk to you right after this.